In a world where everyone talks about love but very few understand what truly makes a woman feel deeply desired, the real magic happens not in grand gestures, but in the quiet moments where she feels seen, understood, and chosen. Imagine her coming home after a long, exhausting day, dropping her bag on the couch, scrolling through her phone as if everything is fine, yet her silence tells a different story. Most people wouldn't notice, but the man who truly cares looks at her gently and says her eyes look tired and asks her to sit for a moment and share what's on her mind. And in that simple moment, she feels a warm wave of validation, because desire begins with emotional presence, not performance. She starts to feel wanted in a way that goes deeper than looks when he pays attention to her smallest expressions, the excitement in her voice when she talks about something she loves, the subtle stress in her shoulders, the spark in her laugh. She feels valued when he remembers the tiny details she mentioned weeks ago, when he listens not only to her words, but to the emotions behind them. And then there are the soft, thoughtful gestures that make her feel cherished without him saying a single word. Like quietly placing her favorite warm drink beside her while she studies, bringing a blanket when she looks cold, turning down the lights when her head hurts, adjusting his plans when she's overwhelmed, or simply sending a gentle message telling her to drive safely because her well-being matters to him, even when she hasn't asked. These little acts tell her she is not an afterthought, but someone whose comfort he instinctively thinks about, someone he prioritizes. What melts her heart even more is the kind of admiration that goes beyond generic compliments. Instead of saying she looks nice, he notices the way her eyes brighten when she talks about her goals, the tiny crease on her forehead when she's concentrating, the way her laughter seems to lighten the whole room, the softness in her voice when she speaks about something meaningful. He admires her kindness, her strength, her resilience, her quiet beauty, things she doesn't even notice about herself, but he sees clearly. And when a woman feels seen for who she is, supported without asking, and admired in a way that feels personal and intentional, she begins to feel desired on a level that is safe, emotional, and unforgettable. She doesn't need fireworks or dramatic scenes. She just needs the steady presence of someone who chooses her in the silent, ordinary moments. Someone who pays attention, understands her heart, anticipates her needs, and loves her with sincerity. In that simple, consistent, genuine connection, she discovers the kind of desire that stays, the kind that makes her feel chosen every single day. And nothing in the world feels more romantic or more powerful than that. And when that kind of desire takes root, it transforms the relationship into a sanctuary, a place where vulnerability is welcomed and authenticity is cherished. It's not about perfection or grand displays, but about showing up consistently, even when it's easier to be distracted or distant. It's about the man who remembers her favorite song and plays it quietly while she's working, not because he wants to impress her, but because he wants her to feel accompanied. It's about the quiet encouragement he offers when she doubts herself, reminding her gently that she is capable, worthy, and enough just as she is. This desire thrives in shared silences, in laughter that fills the gaps between words, and in the small, seemingly insignificant moments that weave a tapestry of trust and intimacy. It's the way he holds her hand during a tough day without needing to say anything, the way his presence alone makes her feel safe to be herself, raw, real, and imperfect. And she, in turn, responds not because she's obligated, but because she feels deeply connected to someone who sees her soul, respects her boundaries, and celebrates her individuality. Desire in its truest form becomes an ongoing dance, one where both partners are equally present, listening, learning, and loving without pretense. In this gentle dance, desire becomes not just a feeling, but a language spoken in gestures, glances, and moments of quiet understanding. It's the kind of love that doesn't fade with time but grows stronger, richer, and more profound. Because when a woman feels truly desired this way, she doesn't just feel loved, she feels chosen, cherished, and infinitely seen. And that, more than anything else, is the true magic of intimacy. And as this deep desire flourishes, it begins to shape the everyday rhythms of life together. It's in the way they celebrate small victories, her finishing a tough project, him trying a new recipe, with genuine joy and pride. It's in the way they comfort each other during setbacks, not by offering quick fixes, but by simply being present, holding space for each other's feelings without judgment or rushing to solve. This desire encourages growth, both as individuals and as partners. It means embracing imperfections, his quirks, her fears, their mistakes, with patience and compassion. It means knowing that love isn't about changing the other person, but about accepting them wholly, while gently encouraging their dreams and healing their wounds. When desire is rooted in this kind of emotional intimacy, it becomes a powerful force that sustains the relationship through life's challenges, stressful days, disagreements, moments of doubt. It creates a foundation so strong that even silence between them feels comfortable, filled with unspoken understanding and shared history. And maybe that's the real beauty of it all. That desire isn't found in the loud moments, but in the gentle ones, the ones most people overlook. It's in the way two people quietly choose each other even when life gets messy, tiring, or uncertain. It's in the way their connection softens the hard days and makes the good days even brighter. In those small, sincere choices, they discover a kind of love that doesn't need to be proven, only lived. A love that feels like peace. A love that feels like home. And when a woman feels that kind of steady, honest devotion, she doesn't just feel desired. She feels chosen in a way that stays with her long after the moment has passed. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share.